Hey there, therapist. Today I want to talk about how I convinced myself I was a secret government project. Is that okay for me to talk about? Okay, cool. So I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to eighth grade, but the thing I specifically want to talk about is my seventh grade science teacher who started off our science class by reading us Ender's Game. It wasn't like a situation where we all had the book and we were like reading along or like taking turns reading. It was like we were sitting and she would read the book to us. Like some kids in my class had their own copies, but it was just like story time in seventh grade. Like, why not learn science in science class? At first I was like really excited about story time because I was just always exhausted by everything, just like mentally exhausted. But the subject matter of the book quickly started just to disturb me. Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, who is a Mormon, by the way, takes place in the future, this dystopian future where everyone has like a one-child policy. However, this boy Ender, he's the third child in this family, because his family was given permission to have more than one child because their first child, Peter, he's like very sadistic, and then they had the second child, Valentine, and she was like really empathetic, and then they had Ender, who was just right. It's very eugenics. He is selected to go to this school in outer space, so he can be trained to be a soldier because Earth is allegedly under attack by this insectoid race. And Ender goes to this school and he goes into these simulations where he's being trained to fight these insectoids. But at the end of the book, when he defeats the game, he learns that all of these like simulations were actually real life battles, and him defeating the game was him annihilating this insectoid race that hasn't actually attacked humans at all. They haven't attacked the planet. All that just like really disturbed me. I never had any interest in reading any of the other books. She only read us the first book. I remember the same year we read Johnny Tremaine in English class or history class, I can't remember. And that is also a book about a teenage soldier fighting in the Revolutionary War, but we had the book in our hands. We were reading the book. We had a teacher guiding us through the historical context. Overall, that science teacher was just incompetent in general. She was my teacher, my science teacher in eighth grade as well. And my final day of eighth grade, my final day of Catholic school, and my science teacher shows us Left Behind, the Kirk Cameron version. Anyway, so fast forward to 2020, and I'm on the precipice of a mental health crisis for numerous reasons, and my YouTube suggestion page starts reflecting my mental unwellness. And I get recommended this one video. It's something along the lines of how I discovered I was an MK Ultra experiment, and I'm just like, click! I'm watching it. The video was an interview with this young woman about my age. I was like, okay. She went to Catholic school, okay. And then she mentions that she read Ender's Game. And like those parallels were enough for my brain, for all these like little unsettling wisps of spider silk in my brain, just like all connected. And it was just like, this is why my life is this way. This is why I feel so isolated and alone. This is why I have felt like I've been watched my entire life. I just want to say that if you went to Catholic school and interacted with Ender's Game for whatever reason, I don't think you were a secret government project, or you might have been, I don't know. I was too special needs for the GATE program, I know. I was seeing a therapist at this time, and I was too scared to tell my therapist because I thought she was in on it. I don't know if this made any sense, but thank you for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to, yeah. Thanks for listening.